What's good, y'all? It's your boy Christian Bustamante. I'm back with another video. For today, we got freaky cops, freaky things. You feel me? But I don't know. Let me just be quiet and see what the video is about. Oh, make sure you follow my social media, my Instagram for sure. If you have any video suggestions, make sure you DM them to me. Like a couple pictures. They don't even cost nothing. Do that. So go ahead, tap in. I'll put it somewhere.
Officer was caught sucking an inmate's finger, while this other one was found kissing an inmate in his cell. In the world of prisons, where law officers keep things in check, a troubling trend is emerging. Female officers are forming intimate relationships with inmates. Yes, you heard that right.
And having intercourse in full view of 11 other inmates is something only a depraved mind can come up with.
From a
You had intercourse with 11 inmates. That is wild.
cop caught having sex with an inmate in the presence of 11 others to another found in a store cupboard, here are 10 female officers caught being inappropriate with teen inmates. Kawana Jenkins. This Fulton County detention officer was caught in an act that completely destroyed her career. The female officer in the video I just showed you is Officer Kawana Jenkins. Jenkins was once a respected figure among correctional officers. Her journey began with noble intentions, a desire to bring order to a chaotic environment. Jenkins entered the correctional system with passion and a commitment to upholding its rules, earning her peers' respect for her unwavering dedication. Her career soared as she navigated the challenges of her role, from maintaining security to guiding inmate rehabilitation. Jenkins was always there, keeping things in order with head counts and inspections, earning respect from her colleagues for her professional demeanor with inmates. But that was far from the truth, because beneath this facade, Jenkins was anything but professional with an inmate in the facility, and the moment that would reveal all of this started just like any other day at the Fulton County Jail. Correction officers conducted their routine shakedown in the maximum security wing on January 28, 2023. As usual, they uncovered a stash of weapons, contraband, and phones. While going through the phones, as part of their routine, they stumbled upon a video involving one of their own. In the video, 36-year-old Officer Kawana Jenkins could be seen seated in a chair and filmed by an unidentified inmate as his
Hey, what did Kendrick say? She a fan, she a fan, she a fan.
finger disappeared in her mouth.
Oh
The
my
aftermath of the
gosh.
discovery was chaotic. An immediate investigation was launched, revealing eye-opening details. The investigation revealed how Jenkins abused her position, arranging secret meetings, manipulating schedules, and even providing the inmate with prohibited items. Jenkins not only engaged in an inappropriate relationship, but also endangered the facility's security protocols. As a result, Jenkins was fired and arrested, facing multiple charges including
Proper contact, reckless conduct, cruelty to inmates, giving inmate improper item, violation of oath of office. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like she's only gonna get like, if any jail time, she's only gonna get like 3 years, probably, if that.
sexual contact, violation of oath, reckless conduct, cruelty to inmates, and providing prohibited items without authorization. The inmate involved in the scandal was also subject to legal repercussions. He received additional charges for his role in the affair, which could result in an extended sentence and a transfer to a higher security facility. The investigation's findings painted a picture of an inmate who had manipulated Jenkins, exploiting her emotionally to gain favors and privileges within the facility. If you found Kawana Jenkins' story shocking, brace yourself for the next female.
That's crazy. How down do you have to be to um fall? Like how am I, what am I trying to say? Um how low, as in, like, do you not get any play outside of the jail? Like, what's going on? For you to do, there's so many fish in the sea that are not incarcerated. That is so mind blowing. And you go to the one that's incarcerated. You became oblivious and whatever, so because of, for whatever reason, it could be insecurities, it could be whatever, but that is mind blowing that you would go that low to go ahead and do that with somebody that's incarcerated. That is most likely let me just be quiet.
Officer on our list. She was caught having sex with an inmate right in front of 11 other inmates. Yes, you heard that right. The female cop I'm talking about is Tina Gonzalez. In 2016, 26-year-old Gonzalez began her job as a correctional officer at the Fresno County Jail. With a seemingly clean record, the young officer had no idea of the storm that lay ahead. The Fresno County Jail, a facility designed to rehabilitate and confine, became the stage for a drama that would shock the community and those within the law enforcement agency. Gonzalez, tasked with the supervision and safety of inmates, was expected to maintain a professional distance, a boundary that she would ultimately cross with profound consequences. As months turned into years, Gonzalez's routine patrols and inmate interactions became part of her daily life. However, beneath the surface of this routine, a forbidden relationship was taking root. It was a relationship that would not only breach the ethical standards of her profession, but also
I'm dead. They really use footage from what is that called? That jail show. I forgot what it was called, but I remember seeing her. I remember seeing all of them. They were kind of lit. They were kind of lit. I'm not gonna lie.
law itself. The turning point came on a day in May 2019, when the sheriff's office's vice unit received an anonymous tip that would unravel the secret that Gonzalez had been harboring. The tip alleged that a young male inmate, whose identity was kept from the public, had been given a cell phone, a clear violation of jail policy. But the tip went further, suggesting that the cell phone was not just for communication, it was a tool for maintaining an illicit relationship with Gonzalez. Tina Gonzalez had engaged in sexual activity with an inmate under her watch. The evidence was damning. Gonzalez had not only provided the inmate with a cell phone, but had also been complicit in smuggling contraband into the facility, including drugs and alcoholic beverages. But that's not all. The young female officer also provided razors to the inmate, a potential weapon that could have put the lives of her colleagues and other inmates at risk. As the investigation deepened, it was revealed that Gonzalez had taken steps to facilitate her affair with the young inmate. She even allegedly altered her uniform, creating a hole on her trousers that would allow for easier access during her sexual moments with the
She cut a hole in her. At that with the young guy, bro. That is crazy. I guess she a fan. She a fan too because that is this whole thing is wild to me right now.
inmate. But wait, there is more. During some of the instances, Gonzalez and these young inmates will have sex in full view of other inmates. After the investigation, Gonzalez faced harsh consequences. She was arrested and charged with various offenses indicating betrayal and misconduct. In April 2019, she pleaded no contest to charges including sexual activity with an inmate, possession of drugs or alcohol in jail, and possession of a cell phone intended for an inmate. Following this, Gonzalez went to trial. Ultimately, the judge sentenced her to 2 years of probation and 7 months in county jail. Although
See, I told you it wasn't gonna go nowhere.
the sentence was less than the maximum of 3 years and 8 months requested by the prosecution, the judge believed there was still a chance for Gonzalez to redeem herself. While Tina Gonzalez had sex with an inmate in front of other inmates, the next female cop on this list sent sexual images of herself to a teenage inmate, Jordan Trainer. In June
A teenager. This is crazy. Are all of these women fans? What are they doing?
2018, 25-year-old Jordan Trainer developed a flirtatious relationship with a 17-year-old inmate after she became a prison officer. Before then, Trainer was just another prison officer in the correctional system. Like many, she entered law enforcement driven by a desire to serve and protect. Her journey as a prison officer began in the summer of 2018 at a young offender institution. At first, Trainer seemed calm, but inside, she battled intense emotions because of her personal life. Trainer's personal life was marked by feelings of loneliness and isolation. After moving to Yorkshire to support her husband's career, she felt lost in unfamiliar surroundings. The strain on their marriage grew as her husband became increasingly distant during a 2-week training course, leaving Trainer feeling abandoned. However, the challenges didn't end there. Jordan's London accent became a target of mockery among co-workers, making her feel even more isolated in an environment that relies on teamwork and solidarity. This lack of connection at work, combined with personal struggles, pushed Trainer to cope in harmful ways, such as turning to alcohol. In this vulnerable state, Trainer found an unlikely connection with 2 17-year-old inmates who became her confidants. As their communication increased, Trainer crossed a professional line she shouldn't have. She started sending sexual text messages to the young inmate, breaking ethical standards for a prison officer. The situation got worse when Trainer took bold steps by taking explicit photos of herself, printing them at work, and giving them to the boy. But Trainer's misconduct didn't stop there. She got more involved with the inmates by smuggling in parcels, supposedly at the request of the first boy, to distribute among others. She claimed the parcels looked like phones, but she denied knowing their actual contents. However, the prosecution believed Traynor knew she was smuggling phones, which is a serious offense in prisons. Traynor didn't stop at that one inmate. She also started sending sexual messages and photos to another 17-year-old boy at the institution. Their relationship progressed to the point where the teenage inmate touched the female officer sexually on 3 occasions. Jordan Traynor's secret actions at the young offender institution couldn't stay hidden forever. Everything changed.
Honestly, if she didn't get charged with RAPE, I don't know what, because I technically in jail, there's no type of that kind of contact within the inmates or the staff. There's no type of contact. Technically, if there is, even if it's consensual in a jail, is considered RAPE. So that's wild. So if she doesn't get charged with that, this is crazy. I don't even know what justice is.
On December 23, 2019, when rumors prompted officials to search the cells of the 2 17-year-old boys Traynor had been involved with. What they found during these searches would spell trouble for Traynor. They found 3 mobile phones, which upon examination revealed the extent of their communication. This discovery had swift consequences for Traynor. Traynor was arrested and was sentenced to 18 months in prison. The next female cop on our list also has an almost similar story to Officer Jordan Traynor.
I guess 18
Imari
months.
Waller.
18 months is not
Just
that
like Officer
bad.
Jordan Traynor,
Should
Officer
have got
Imari
more.
was a corrections officer at a youth correctional institution. Her job was crucial, overseeing the rehabilitation of young offenders at Adobe Mountain School in Phoenix. At 25, Waller was part of a team shaping these youth's futures, guiding them toward reform and reintegration into society. The school aims to provide a secure environment while offering educational programs, vocational training, and counseling. It's a delicate balance between order and growth, requiring integrity and dedication to the rules set by the Department of Juvenile Corrections. Waller joined the department in January 2019, a fresh face among those caring for these young individuals. Her duties included supervising daily activities, ensuring inmate safety, and providing
Play War Thunder now.
Here we go with these
Join
ads,
millions of
man.
players
Here we go with
across the
these
globe
ads
in
again.
massive battles on tanks.
support for rehabilitation programs. The story changed when another youth corrections officer reported seeing sexually inappropriate Snapchat messages between Waller and an 18-year-old former inmate. This report triggered an investigation. The investigation revealed that Waller had indeed engaged in sexual intercourse with the former inmate, who, although released to community supervision in November, was still under the department's jurisdiction. A parole search of the young man's room further cemented the case against Waller. Investigators discovered nude photos and videos on his cell phone, which were not only explicit, but also featured identifiable images of both Waller and the former inmate. This tangible evidence left little room for doubt about the nature of their relationship. The investigation then turned to which was examined on the same day. The search revealed multiple sexually explicit pictures and videos that matched those found on the former inmate's phone. With this evidence in hand, Waller was confronted by the investigator. Faced with the undeniable proof, Waller confirmed the sexual relationship with the former inmate. But the case took an even more dramatic turn when it was discovered that Waller had attempted to obstruct the investigation. During an interview, Waller was found to have brought contraband into the facility in the form of an Apple Watch. She used a bathroom break as an opportunity to make a clandestine call to her roommate through the watch. In this call, she instructed her roommate to contact the former inmate and tell him to deny and delete everything, a clear attempt to tamper with physical evidence and influence the test.
I'm just wondering, like, what do they get off? I don't know. What do they get off of doing this? It's so crazy to the fact that the majority of the people that they're talking about now with the female correction officers, they're little kids. It's so crazy.
Of the young man involved. Waller's actions, confirmed by her admission and the investigation's evidence, broke laws for Department of Juvenile Corrections staff. She was arrested and charged with unlawful sexual conduct, smuggling contraband, and tampering with evidence. While Officer Imari Waller was caught through her Snapchat messages with the teenage inmate, the next female officer on our list was caught having sex with an inmate on camera.
That's the same person? That does not look like the same person. There's no way. That does not look like the same. I mean, kind of, obviously. That's crazy. And makeup do wonders.
Shania Begum, Shania Begum started working as a prison officer at HMP Birmingham in December 2018. HMP Birmingham is a facility known for housing some of the country's most challenging inmates. Begum was tasked with the day-to-day responsibilities of overseeing the prisoners, ensuring their safety, and upholding the strict regulations. However, as the months passed, the line between professional conduct and personal involvement began to blur for Begum. Shania Begum, just like every other female cop on this list, became romantically involved with an inmate. This inmate's name is Joshua Mullings. Initially, their relationship started innocently before turning into a secret affair. They found an unexpected spot for their meetings: the store cupboard. The store cupboard was a place designated for storage and organization, but it was often empty. Both Officer Begum and the inmate used this to their advantage. According to court records, in this unlikely setting, Begum and Mullings engaged in various activities like play fighting, flirting, heavy petting, and sex. Their secret meetings were carefully hidden from colleagues and the prison's surveillance systems. However, their actions did not go unnoticed for long. Suspicion arose among the prison authorities, leading to the installation of a hidden camera within the store cupboard. This camera would eventually capture evidence of their sexual activities, providing undeniable proof of misconduct. Between the 22 and 28th of September 2020, the newly installed camera recorded the interactions between Begum and Mullings. The footage obtained captured them engaging in various sexual activities, including instances where oral sex took place. This evidence was not only a clear violation of professional conduct, but also a serious breach of the law, given Begum's position as a public officer. The legal proceedings against Shania Begum commenced following the discovery of the footage. The case was brought before Birmingham Crown Court, where Begum faced charges of misconduct in a public office, a grave offense that she ultimately admitted to. Officer Shania Begum was then sentenced to 16 months in jail. Next up, Rafaela Martinez.
I noticed they're giving them like the same kind of sentence. Some of them not even going to jail; they're just probation. Some of them are going to jail for like a year and some months only. More than that, almost 2 years too. But like I told you guys, they're not giving them more. Like it's crazy to me, especially since they're mine. That is crazy.
On March 7, 2024, a probation officer
I just realized this video is 43 minutes long. I'm not gonna do no 43-minute long video, but I probably is gonna be the last one I'm gonna react to. And if you guys enjoyed it, you guys could go ahead and DM me in my Instagram. Probably react to the rest of the video. Or if you have any other videos you want me to react to, make sure that you follow my Instagram and send me a D. I'll react to your video.
arrested for having an affair with an inmate at the Dorothy Kirby Center in Commerce, a juvenile detention facility in Los Angeles County. In the statement released announcing the arrest, the officer was not named in a statement from the department, but an anonymous law enforcement source confirmed her identity to the LA Times. The officer in question was Officer Rafaela Martinez, a 51-year-old probation officer who worked at the Dorothy Kirby Center for many years. The investigation into Martinez's alleged misconduct began when a
51 years old and you're doing that kind of stuff with a little kid. That is crazy.
was recovered from a youth in custody at the Dorothy Kirby Center. This device, which should never have been in the facility, contained evidence that was both intimate and incriminating. Texts and photos of a sexual nature were discovered, revealing an inappropriate and illegal relationship between Martinez and the detained youth. The content was not only explicit, but also suggested that some of the communications occurred while Martinez was on duty, blurring the lines between professional conduct and personal indiscretions. The youth's identity is currently being withheld due to his young age, and the officer's identity is being concealed. The arrest of Officer Martinez was swift, following the discovery of the damning.
All right, let's do one thing, all right? If she only gets less than 3 years or probation, you guys have to go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. And if not, I don't even know. But if she did get less than that, yeah.
In addition to the charges related to the sexual misconduct, she was also accused of smuggling a cell phone and a prescription medication bottle into the facility. These items, considered contraband in the controlled environment of a jail, further compounded the gravity of her alleged crimes. The case against Martinez had yet to be presented to the LA County District Attorney's Office, but the Court of Public Opinion was already in session. News of her arrest drew immediate and unequivocal condemnation from county leaders. LA County Supervisor Lindsay Horvath described the reported actions as heinous and problematic on every level, insisting that arrest and a swift investigation were the only appropriate responses. This incident was not an isolated one, but rather the latest in a string of scandals that have plagued that particular probation department. A staffing crisis and the closure of several facilities by a state oversight board in recent years have marred the department's reputation. The Dorothy Kirby Center, where the incident involving Martinez took place, was under scrutiny, and Los Padrinos Juvenile Hall in Downey was facing potential closure later in the year. The arrest of Martinez also brought to light at least one other allegation of sexual misconduct against a probation officer being investigated by county officials. Earlier in the year, a youth held claimed that a female officer he met while in custody attempted to initiate a romantic relationship with him after his release in late 2023. Next up, Tory Landmesser.
They didn't say the time that they gave her, so just go ahead and subscribe for me anyway. But that'll be the end of this video, honestly, because I don't want to do the whole 43. It's gonna be a long, way too long video. So if you want a part two, if you want any other video for me to react, subscribe, follow my Instagram, send me a DM as well. It'll be on the screen. So go ahead. That way, follow, like some pictures, cost nothing. Um, other than that, your boy Christian Boost out.